everyone, welcome back to CyberChimps. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a data table widget to your Elementor website. Whether you're managing pricings, product comparisons, or any kind of structured data, a data table can make it clean, clear, and professional. It allows you to present information such as pricing plans, product features, schedules, comparison charts, and more with full control over table's appearance and functionalities. The widget offers extensive styling options to match the table with your website's design. You can adjust font size, color, background, padding, and more for both the table, headers, and body. The data table widget from Responsive Addons for Elementor plugin is a powerful widget for anyone looking to present data in an organized and visually appealing manner. With extensive customization options, ease of use, and responsive design, it allows you to create professional tables that fit perfectly within your Elementor website. So let's dive right in and understand what are we going to cover in today's tutorial. Step 1. Installing and activating Responsive Addons for Elementor plugin. Step 2. Adding RAE data table widget to your Elementor website. And Step 3. Customizing and styling RAE data table widget. So now let's move towards Step 1. Go to your WordPress dashboard and on the left hand side bottom, click on plugin and then add new plugin. On the right hand side in the search bar, search for Responsive Addons for Elementor plugin. Once the plugin appears in the search list, click on install now and let it download. Once it is downloaded, click on activate to activate the plugin. And there you go, you have successfully activated Responsive Addons for Elementor plugin to your WordPress dashboard. Now let's add RAE data table widget to our page. Go to the page or post where you want to add the data table widget and then click on Edit with Elementor. In the editor widget panel, search for data table widget. Once it appears in the search list, drag and drop the widget onto your page where you want the table to appear. And this is how it will look by default. Let's understand the customization options of the widget. Under the content tab, you will see three options: header, content, and export. Let's understand the header settings. The table sorting option will show or hide the table sorting button. Each header item has the following controls for configuration. First is column name. Here you can add the header item name. In column span, add the number of columns that header item should span. Here you can show or hide icon to be displayed with the header item. In header icon type, you can choose the icon type. Available options are none, icon, and image. The icon setting lets you add icon for the header item. This control is only available if the header icon type is set to icon. The image setting will let you add the image for the header item, and this control is only available if the header icon type is set to image. Image size. Here you can set the image size for the image of the header item. In CSS class, you can add a CSS class if required, and in CSS ID, you can add a CSS ID if required. Let's move towards content settings now. Here you can see list of the items for data table. Each item has the following controls. First is row type. Here you can select the type of the row content. From the drop down menu, if you select row, then a row will be sorted, which should be followed by column type contents. And if you select column from the drop down menu, then the following controls for the column content will be available. First is column span. You can set the column span for that particular item. In content type, you can choose the content type for the column. In row span, you can set the row span for that particular item. Here you can add the text content for the column content item. You can add a link for the column content item here. In CSS class, you can add a CSS class if required, and in CSS ID, you can add a CSS ID if required. Let's understand the export settings now. This control will allow you to export the data table in a CSV format. We are done with the customization settings. Now let's style our widget according to our website's aesthetics. Under Style tab, you will see 4 options. general style, header style, content style, and responsive options. Let's understand general styles now. In general style, you can set the width of the table and choose the alignment of the table. In the header style, you get several styling options. Header border radius, here you can set the border radius of the table header. The padding will let you set the padding dimensions for the table header. Under padding, you will see two tabs, normal and hover state, where you can set the text color for the table header and set the background color for the table header. The border type will let you set the border type for the table. Here you can set the typography for the table header. You can set the icon size for the header here. The icon position option will let you set the icon position of the table header. And icon space will let you set the icon spacing for the table header. And lastly, you can set the alignment for the table header item. Let's move towards the content style now. The border type again will let you set the border type for the content item cell. The padding will let you set the padding dimensions, and in typography you can set the typography settings. In normal or hover state, you can set the text color and background color for the odd row cells, and you can set text color and background color for even row cells as well. Under link color, you can see two tabs, normal and hover state, where you can set the text color for the link in the table content. Here you can set the alignment for the table content item. In icon style, you can set the icon size for the table content item. You can also set the icon color for the table content item in normal or hover state. Now the last setting option is responsive options. If you enable the responsive option, then the following controls will be available. Width, where you can set the table width for different devices. In color, you can set the color for the table for different devices. You can also set the typography settings for the table and set the border type for the table. We have styled the widget according to our website's aesthetics. Now let's see how the final output looks like. And that's it. You now have a professional looking data table added to your Elementor website using responsive add-ons for Elementor plugin. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss on any future tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.